Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and we're back with another one. And today we're going to be reacting to 3030 from Del the Funky Homosapien. This is off of DELTRON. Thank you to Jensen Parkour for the suggestion. Keep them coming in the comments down below, guys. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Let me know what y'all want to see next time. But without further ado, let's see what Del has to say. Let's see what 3030 is all about. Let's get it. Interesting.
Calling Apollo 9, calling Apollo 9, what is your position?
Very slow beginning, but for a 7-minute song, I'll hand it to them. I hope they don't rush through too much. But not much going on. It feels pretty thin. I'm curious if granular synthesis might be being used for any of this, where we're hearing that like in the background underneath everything. Let's see where it takes us.
Calling Apollo 9, calling Apollo 9, what is your position?
Calling NASA, this is Apollo 9.
Condition green.
We've landed on
Okay. Cool way to transition, have that vocal slowly start to fade and turn all low and glitchy, and then as that comes in, we have the high note come over the top. It almost feels like clarity coming through any type of fogginess or cloudiness that there might have been. Let's see it.
Yo, it's 3,000.
Yeah, before we get into the verse, man, nice long intro. Works well for a track of this length. Great transition from that like high note to having that just full stop. Nothing plays for like a beat there. Then we hop in, the drums come in, and we really start to get, well, I think the drums had started before that actual pause, but the beat changes a little bit. Now it sounds like we got flutes or some type of woodwind instrument playing along. Great feel to the instrumental. Let's see where it'll take us.
Yo, it's 3,030. I want y'all to meet DELTRON Zero Hero. Not no small feat. It's all heat in this day and age. I'll rage your grave. Anything it takes to save the day. Neuromancer. Perfect blend of technology and magic. Use my rapping so you all can see the hazards. Plus entertainment where many are brainless. We cultivated the lost art of study and I brought a buddy.
Great, man. The way he plays with vowels, it almost feels like you're watching one of those machines stretching taffy, where he pulls it out long and then it comes back in close, gets a little fast, then back out long and then back a little bit faster. And it works really well. It adds almost like a stutter, almost like a shuffle, but just a great feel to it. Love the structure of these bars. Let's see where it goes.
Where many are brainless, we cultivated the lost art of study and I brought a buddy. Automator, harder slayer, fascinating combination. Cyber warlords are activating abominations. Harmonation with hatred, we ain't with that. We high-tech archaeologists searching for knickknacks. Composing musical still.
High-tech archaeologists looking for knickknacks. That's great, man. Just The knickknacks of the ancient world. What else could we be searching for?
We ain't with that. We high-tech archaeologists searching for knickknacks, composing musical stem packs that impacts the soul. Crack the mold of what you think you rapping for. I used to be a mag soldier, but I didn't respect orders. I had to step forward, tell them this ain't for us. Living in a post-apocalyptic world, morbid and horrid. The secrets of the past they hoard.
Yo, very interesting shift here. So we have this, like, let's hear it again.
Impacts that impacts the soul.
So it's like strings almost mixed with a vocal. They start to swell up, and then as they swell up, Del's bars keep swelling with them, not necessarily in the volume, but in the force and the drive he's putting behind them, kind of just pushing forward through it. If only I had a 3D camera, that would be pretty sick, right? Just boing. Yeah, but regardless, let's see.
Archaeologists searching for knickknacks, composing musical stem packs that impacts the soul. Crack the mold of what you think you rapping for. I used to be a mag soldier, but I didn't respect orders. I had to step forward, tell them this ain't for us. Living in a post-apocalyptic world, morbid and horrid. The secrets of the past they hoarded. Now we just boarded on our futuristic spacecraft. No mistakes, black. It's our music we must take back.
Great transition there, man. Hold up. I love the evolving nature of this track so far because it's changing and shifting in a way that I would generally associate with a lot more like electronic, ambient, synth-based music, but it works very well here. And especially, like I said, with the length of it, that's going to give us a lot more pacing and going to help it stay fresh over the course of it. Let's keep this rolling. I wonder how many times I'll say that in this video. Let's keep this rolling. Let's see what they got to say. You know, I wish somebody had counted for it.
Boarded on our futuristic spacecraft. No mistakes, black. It's our music we must take back. Yo, it's 3030.
Works real well right now. We have Del panned over to the left side, keeping us with the vocal a little bit more muted. His voice is almost hiding inside the beat now instead of sitting on top of it. And then on the other side, we have this like electronic sound coming through, kind of going like, let's hear that again. Yo, and those like real tiny like record scratches, I've definitely had some effects layered onto them to shift their sound, but great vibe to it. Just love the way this is changing. There's so many little pieces within this, and thinking about that, it's almost daunting to consider how many different little pieces they had to put together to construct this whole piece.
Del, I'm feeling like a ghost in a shell. I wrote this in jail, player.
Hey, ghost in a shell. I haven't heard about that in a long time.
Del, I'm feeling like a ghost in a shell. I wrote this in jail, playing host to a cell for the pure verbal. They said my sentence was equivalent to murder, just another hurdle. I bounced through a portal. I knew that.
I like that. My sentence is a quiver. Is that what he said?
Dell, I'm feeling like a ghost in a shell. I wrote this in jail, playing host to a cell for the pure verbal. They said my sentence was equivalent to murder, just another hurdle. I bounced through a portal. I knew they had the mind state of mere mortals. My ears morphed to receptors that catch up every word about gravity control and the families they hold.
Quick changes between the rhymes too. So we hit like mortal, portal, then we hit, what was it?
Dell, I'm feeling like a ghost in a
Sorry, I'm not gonna make y'all listen.
just another hurdle. I bounced through a portal. I knew they had the mind state of mere mortals. My ears morphed to receptors that
Then morph, we get that OR rhyme from mortals and portals, but then it switches to that next word here.
I knew they had the mind state of mere mortals. My ears morphed to receptors that catch up
Receptors that catch ya. And then we hitting that kind of like that bend of the OR, AR, where it's kind of more in that receptor, but then recepta, catcha, or whatever you might be bending it to.
ears morph to receptors that catch up every word about gravity control and the families they hold for handsome ransoms. On the run with a handgun, blast bioforms. I am warned that a planet-wide manhunt with cannons will make me abandon my foolish plan of uprising. Fuck dying, I hide.
Cannons abandon. The way he, again, like we were talking about at the beginning, the way he stretches these vowels, then bounces through the consonants, just gives this kind of like great, like bounding, bouncy, almost elastic feel to his bars.
Jack a Mac, control it with my magical chance. So battle advanced through centuries of hip-hop legacy. Mega speed, hyper warp the automators, cribbing like the torch. They can't fight the force. Victory is ours once we strike the source. Enterprise and wise men looked at the horizon.
And then a bunch of great compound rhymes too. Obviously, there's a lot going on in here. Well, if we bring it back.
Mega speed, hyper warp the automators, cribbing like the torch. They can't fight the force. Victory is ours once we strike the source. Enterprise.
Strike a source, fight the force. There was one other in there, but comes through great.
Cribbing like the torch, they can't fight the force. Victory is ours once we strike the source. Enterprise and wise men looked at the horizon, thinking more capitalism is the wisdom in prison. All citizens in power with rhythm. We keep the funk alive by talking with idioms.
And I like the idea that this track is, or this whole album even more so, is happening in 3030. It's with DELTRON 0. Maybe this is, I did say this is Del the Funky Homosapien. I know that it is him, but, maybe he took on a pseudonym for this project. If y'all know, let me know in the comments down below. I'm still becoming familiar with his catalog. Apparently, Dan the Automator and Kid Koala are also involved in this. Maybe they did the production, or maybe all three of them worked on the production, mix, whatever it is together. But let's keep going. This sounds fantastic. And this hook section is just gorgeous. Yeah, that effect that's on his voice, whatever it is, that gives this like almost like talking to somebody over the phone, not really walkie-talkie, but like there's just a little bit more sharpness to it. The voice feels a little bit more like, I don't know, square. It's got some corners to it instead of feeling more rounded and smoothed off. I love that feeling. and then whatever this stringed instrument is, where it's like these down, down, like those great tones. I don't know if it's a sitar, if it's a guitar, what it might be, but that like pluck has so much character to it.
It's an eternal evil concerned with thievery, medieval prehistoric rhetoric. Well, we ahead of that. Lay it down with sound waves that pound pavement. Original minstrels. My central processing unit is into with my heart for this art. Not artificial, cause that makes it hard to miss you. Copycat.
Heart for this art, not artificial. That's great. Again, another easy transition where he breaks that word into separate pieces so then you can keep moving. It just smooths out that flow so much.
Cause that makes it hard to miss you. Copycats finish last in the human race, staying glued to safes, too crude to take a Buddha break. We got espers that let us bless with fresh shit, undetected by yes men questing for 5 fleeting nanoseconds of fame, protecting the brain from conspiracies against my cosmos, while I float the Neo-Tokyo with OPO, or discuss combustible rust clusters with plus, evade cyber police in a computer crib, confuse the kids, but I can make it kick and rise that's sacred. Telepathic mind that takes its greatness from the Matrix. Esperanza.
Telepathic mind that takes its greatest from the Matrix? Something like that, dude. Bro, we gonna listen to that again. Seems like this third verse, little bit shorter. Maybe it's not even technically a verse, but it sounds like it fits well with the other ones. Regardless, I would love to know if Aesop and Del have ever worked on anything together. If y'all got any ideas, let me know in the comments. If not, we need that. I would love to see that. I would pay good ass money to see that. But regardless,
against my cosmos, while I float the Neo-Tokyo with OPO, or discuss combustible rust clusters with plus, evade cyber police in a computer crib, confuse the kids, but I can make it kick and rise that's sacred. Telepathic mind that takes its greatness from the Matrix. Esperanza professor rushes a cold depression with correction measures, while half the world's a desert. Cannibals eat human brains for dessert.
yeah, and we even get some like internal rhymes where sounds inside, the words are rhyming together. I think we just got something like that right about here.
Esperanza professor rushes a cold depression with correction measures, while half the world.
Yeah, the way it's like erection. It sounds like he's saying erection measures, but there's like that pull of the E, just matching those vowel sounds. It's artful, man. Like this is something I'd have to really dive into. And if y'all want to see that, let me know. Maybe that's something we can do on the Buy Me a Coffee, which shout out to everybody that supports the channel on a monthly basis with their donations. Check out the link in the description of the Buy Me a Coffee if you want to get access to the Discord, extra content. It's a lot of fun. Let's go.
A desert, cannibals eat human brains for dessert, buried in a deep dirt, mobility inert. I insert these codes for the cataclysm. Ever since I had the vision, use my magnetism in this modern metropolis that tries to lock us up under preposterous laws that's not for us. Yo, it's 3030.
Yeah, and the way that it almost feels like that verse didn't complete, but in a really satisfying way. I think I went back too far.
That tries to lock us up under preposterous laws that's not for us.
Yeah, it's not for us. And it almost sounds like another bar should come in, but that hang and then the ramp up creates that anticipation, and it hits so much harder when the vocal for the hook comes back in.
3030, I want y'all to meet DELTRON 0 and Automator. Yo, it's 3030, I want y'all to meet DELTRON 0 and Automator. Yo, it's 3030, I want y'all to meet DELTRON 0 and Automator.
Okay. man. Fire transitions, a bunch of different little sections put together. Beautiful mix and master on this. It's one of those tracks where you listen to where you can feel that intention. All of it was purposeful. All of this happened on purpose. You know, is just a beautiful collection right here. And I love just all those different tiny little sounds that they've combined. Yeah, especially like this little sound right here. We've been getting it for, a couple, a good amount of bars so far, but it sounds like those strings that are being plucked, but as if they're being like routed through something else and then slightly like glitched out. There's a little bit more electronic sound to them. It feels almost a little bit strained, like they're kind of like squeaking through. Great feel. There we go. Beautiful, man. That was 3030 from Del the Funky Homosapien. I sincerely enjoyed that. I hope y'all did as well. Super long track. Awesome to check out. Very interesting. Let me know what you guys want to see next time in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to see more videos like this. Much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang, and I will see you all next time.